Good evening and welcome. I'd like to thank you all for sharing in Lauren and Zac's wedding day. They wanted their special day to be surrounded by friends and family, and looking around here I see they've achieved that. Zac, you've been hanging around for a while now, but I'd like to officially welcome you to the family. Lauren and Zac, may you have many happy years together. Keep smiling and laughing and be best friends forever. Please raise your glasses and share in a toast to Mr. and Mrs. Peady, for the bride and groom.
Thank you, Gary. It's now time for our group to take the floor to respond to that toast.
I planned to do a very short speech today, but Darren reminded me that this would be the only opportunity that I would have with my wife and mother-in-law in the same room and not get interrupted. So this speech might drag on a bit. Before I start, there will be plenty of toast over the next hour or so please make sure that your glasses are charged. I have to apologise to those of you who don't know me that well. I'm hardly ever serious, so most of this speech is just a bunch of one-liners. I have to thank Gary and Sandra for raising such a beautiful, funny and intelligent adult. Lexi, don't ever let Brendan go. Lauren and I want to thank our parents, Ken and Rosa, and Gary and Sandra for paying for most of the wedding. My sister Shay for the cake, my sister Tale for helping with the makeup, Lauren's uncle Darren for being the MC, Lauren and Simone for organising 95% of the wedding, Becky and Lawford for letting us use their cars today, Jodie and Bruce for lending us some wedding gear, Brendan and Nathan for driving the wedding cars, anyone else who has travelled, especially those that had to fly, we appreciate you guys making the trip. Today wouldn't be the same without you all. There is an unwritten rule of wedding etiquette. It states that nobody should look more handsome than the groom. And I'd like to thank my groomsmen for sticking to that rule to the letter. I also want to thank them for being here. I know they wouldn't have missed this for anything. They actually told me that. They said, Zac, we've seen you do so many dumb, idiotic, self-destructive things. Why would we miss this one? I've known Josh, my best man, for nearly 14 years now, and he has been a great mate, and I hope after his speech we remain friends. There's something that I need to make sure you're aware before his speech. Josh suffers from a strange condition that occasionally causes him to drift in and out of reality. He has been known to make up stories believing them to be true. Anyway, his therapist said to just bear with him and even join in with him on his journey of make-believe. I would like to compliment my wife on how beautiful she is today. Hopefully now people will stop saying she's reaching. Can we get a round of applause for the bridal party? I couldn't have picked a better looking group of girls myself. I tried to, but Lauren wouldn't let me. She said, Zac, diamonds shine brighter when it's surrounded by fake bitches. Since I've been with Lauren, I've made a point of forgetting my mistakes. There's no point in two people remembering the same things. Before I finish, can I please get a toast to the bridesmaids for making sure Lauren looks amazing and helping out setting up tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Zac. Now for the break of tradition, I'd like to invite both the best man and the maid of honour up to respond to that toast. So, John.
What? I would like to say a few things about the bride and groom tonight. As for anyone that doesn't know me, I'm Josh, Zac's best mate and best man. Don't know how I'm going to beat that speech, but here we go. We're all delighted to be here today on this great occasion, so I'd like to thank everyone that has travelled, everyone that's helped in the leading up to this wedding, and thank you to Zac and Lauren's parents for conceiving these special two. So I've known Zac for many years now. I've drank a lot of alcohol with him. I've slept in the same bed as him. I've put up with his dry humour that I find very piss poor sometimes. So you could say I was his marriage before his marriage. And I'm hoping this is why he chose me as his best man today. Either that, or I was the best looking choice out of the groomsmen he had, which I think has helped him with his decision. Anyone agree? It's a top knot. To Zac and Lauren, you two are like Bill and Ben. You work so well together. Lauren, I understand some days he drives you up the wall. Like when he stands there with his headphones on, playing his PlayStation Live with all his real friends. If only he paid you as much attention as he does the PlayStation or iPhone, he could possibly be running for Husband of the Year or even Best Man of the Year. Some days, I don't know how you stand his dry humour, but I do love when we back each other up, teasing him, as I know it hurts him to think that two people less smarter than him will actually win. Zac hasn't changed much since being with Lauren, except now he gets in trouble by the boss for coming home day or night without no phone, no wallet, or sometimes no clothing. But I'm glad he has grown up a little and now has a beautiful little boy, Isaac, and another on the way, which I think I can be a part of each and every day. May your love be added, may it never be subtracted. May your household multiply, and may your hearts never be divided. I'd like to make a toast to Zac and Lauren's parents. Without you guys, we obviously wouldn't be here today, so thank you very much.
So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Simone, I'm Lauren's younger sister. Lauren, you look absolutely stunning, and Zac, I'd like to officially welcome you to our family. This whole day has been absolutely beautiful, and it makes me so happy to see all the people that Lauren and Zac love the most here to celebrate it with them. Now, in true sisterly fashion, Lauren and I rarely got along. As a kid, Lauren took great joy in tormenting all her siblings.
Hasn't changed. Has not changed.
Here's an example. So when I was young, Lauren used to lock me in the pool area, and she used to sing the theme song for the Sharks, and she used to yell at the top of her lungs, "Shark!" And I don't swim alone ever now, even to this day. It's true. But if we flash forward now to 10 years' time, a lot has changed. We're no longer kids at each other's throat. I consider you one of my best friends. You are a person who I turn to for advice, someone who I confide in, my exercise buddy, and as someone who I always rely on for fits of laughter. Some of the qualities I admire most about you is your strength, humour and loyalty, traits you've always possessed along with your ability to be brutally honest. You've never been one to hide how you truly feel, and we know it all comes from a place of love. Zac, I'd like to say you're one lucky man. I'd also like to say that I applaud you for putting up with Lauren's stubborn traits and for keeping her on her toes, although I know she does although I know she keeps you on your toes just as much. Your similarities with your twisted humour, your love of pranks, and your stubborn persona is how I know you're both perfect for each other. Love is overcoming obstacles, facing challenges, growing and changing together, and supporting each other in the hard times. I have every faith that you two will do just that. Lauren and Zac, you've built a beautiful family and a happy life together. I can't tell you enough of how proud I am of you both and how happy it makes me to be a part of it all. I'm certain everybody else in the room feels the same way. The bridesmaids and I have put together a little poem for you, so I'd like to invite them up here so we can all read it out.
Yeah, we can tell.
Today is such a special occasion, one of the greatest in anyone's life. You started today as two people in love and ended as husband and wife. Today marks the day of a new chapter, a milestone for Lauren and Zac. You've already said your I do's, now there's no turning back.
Let's take a trip down memory lane, back to when Lauren and Zac first met. A barmaid and a glassy at Code nightclub. It was the start of a love story they would never forget. Knowing Lauren was an animal lover, Zac asked her to help pick his first canine mate. Not long after their relationship became official, I guess you could say it was a successful first date.
From there, their relationship grew in leaps and bounds, their love for each other growing every day. Even with Lauren studying abroad for a couple of years, the distance was never too far away. After Lauren's graduation, 3 Barton Street became their first home. After a couple of years settling in, you decided to create a little family of your own. Then on Valentine's Day of 2015, Zac made a decision to get down on one knee. After reading a poem on a scroll he made, she was left with the question, will you marry me? For once, Lauren was speechless, as Zac's video footage can attest. With happy tears in her eyes, the only answer was yes.
Zac, you're cheeky, funny, thoughtful and kind, all qualities Lauren loves and adores. There's no doubt you're definitely a keeper, as long as you lock those effing doors. Lauren, you're stubby, witty, honest and loyal, and let's not forget opinionated and strong. We couldn't even put this speech together without you wanting to know what was going on.
Lauren, as your friends, many road trips were made to keep in touch. The time apart didn't matter, we all grew stronger. As we spent our time partying the nights away, over 10 years of friendship, to us it is an honour. To us, you've always been our family. We've watched you grow up with pride. We've marvelled at the woman you've become, and we're proud to see you a bride.
For us, having a sister is like having a best friend you can't get rid of. You know, whatever you do, they'll always be there. Growing up through the good and the bad, the laughs and the joking, there is honestly nothing that can compare. Today you marry and become a wife, but we wanted you to see. You're many things to many people, but to us you'll always be.
This night calls for celebration with the people who love you most. So everyone raise up your glass and join us in this special toast. Raise your glasses.
May your love continue to grow, may all your dreams come true, may your lives be filled with joy, and may you love all the things you do.
Shut up. May you wake each morning smiling and exchange a kiss each night. And this is a match made in heaven, and we know it's all just right. To the bride and groom, everybody.
Firstly, I believe it's my job to thank Pads for that wonderful speech and for the toast to bride's parents, bride and groom's parents, on behalf of Ken and Rosa and Gary and I. Thank you so much. Mark and I would also like to welcome all guests here to celebrate Lauren and Zac's wedding. I make you two promises: not to keep you long and not to embarrass Lauren with endless stories of the past. I think everyone else has contributed to that just fine. No, not even one. We've had Zac in our lives for about 6.5 years now, and we've watched this couple laugh and rejoice, learn and grow together, challenge and frustrate each other, but most of all, rejoice and value their partnership and their desire to be together. We've also seen the creation of this young and beautiful family, the youngest member of which is already tucked up in bed. Zac, for those who weren't at the barbecue last night, he wore a shirt that was quite funny. It was a picture of a bride and groom and it said, "Game over." But I'm thinking it's not really game over. It's rather just an advance to a higher level, similar to those Candy Crush and Angry Birds and all those inane games that people seem to love playing. You spend a lot of time persisting and working and planning your strategy, and then you throw cash into the mix and presto, next level achieved. Just like that, you're married. The planning, the work, and now the cash, and here we are today. Lauren, we've watched you leave your teen years, enter your 20s, and grow into the beautiful, headstrong, confident woman before us. Not so much the blushing bride as maybe the blossoming bride. And I couldn't be happier for you. You've expanded our family and brought an amazing little boy into our lives. He captivates, entertains, and enchants me. And I miss him the moment we part. Bring on number 2. I know I've gained a son rather than sent a daughter out into the world. And Zac, I can welcome you as well into our family, but you've already been a part of it for quite a while now. And finally, I wish you both every happiness together, the joy of parenthood, and the satisfaction and reward born of work, persistence, great partnership and love.
Thanks, Sandra. Thanks, Alex.